day. From Brooklyn, New York, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Brooklyn Barons taking on the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
On first down, it's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Etienne. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Watson. He'll get this off to Etienne. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Faking the give, now Watson. And this one is incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Looking to throw. Hernandez. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Hernandez. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Back to throw again. Touchdown! It's complete. Hunter Renfrow. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Barons have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. 5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the 2nd half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number 2, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning it.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one?
And all the way in for the touchdown. Josh Jacobs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Barons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Watson's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On second down, Etienne once more. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Buying time to his left. Room here to run. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's got this down to the 35. On first down, Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it with Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And the Texans say they have it. They do. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. Gates with a grab. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A huge play there for Houston. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it with Jacobs. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, as the first half is winding down. And the Barons would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 2nd and 2, Watson able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from, so field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it's the visiting Washington football team who have the lead in that one. Antonio Gibson with a touchdown run. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And that game all even as they host the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And down he'll go at the 25. 141 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Running it with Jacobs. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Running is Jacobs. And he's taken down inside the 30. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Hernandez. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Barons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this will be a Texans 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston.
Travis Etienne
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Now Hernandez on 1st and 10.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Texans are right back in this football game. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, get me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Watson.
He'll drop this one off with ETN.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. From the 50, it's Watson. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Watson on first down.
That is caught by
Touchdown,
Lamb.
Houston.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, we're very close. One-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Hernandez now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Henry Ruggs.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Barons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that's complete to Gates. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson.
That's complete to Lamb.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Watson to throw.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watson. Complete to Boyd.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling.
To throw, Watson.
And that is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Now Watson.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Here's Watson.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Off of play action, it's Watson.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 2nd and goal, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have it.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a handoff here to his running back. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the home team here, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the